My name is Taylor Busse. I am with Extreme Networks, the account manager for the Texas region in the SLED, covering state, local, government, city and counties, higher education, as well as K through 12 districts.
And Taylor, we're here in the City of Pharr's Pharr 1 building. There's a conference going on, an all-day conference all about the broadband in a nutshell. You're here representing the Extreme Networks. Tell us about your company's connection to the City of Pharr, first of all.
So we started working with the City of Pharr a few years back when we found that they needed to get their city up and running to connect it to the residents, healthcare facilities, as well as telehealth and things like remote work. I would say also things such as schoolwork too. So it came as a time when around 2019, and then the next year COVID hit. So everyone's remote and people need access to be able to get their simple things done like schoolwork. So we were able to help the city with connecting our fabric and edge switching to get them up and running, as well as video surveillance onto our network to help them provide a streamless and unified network management. And really now, going back and seeing it in the future, we're able to see how unified it is and how easy of a management it is as well. And really pinpoint exactly downtimes and up and running. The network almost runs itself now.
And so the City of Pharr is winning all these awards now for their broadband service. And you're saying that Extreme Networks has played a part of that. You're part of the team in rolling out this program.
Yes, we've played a huge part of it, and now we are actually using City of Pharr as one of our case studies for not only Texas, but for across the US and globally as well. We are a global company, but with my focus in Texas, we have seen in the Valley, as well as other rural areas that aren't as much focused on, I would say, as other larger cities are, to help them get further connected, and in school districts too. And in return, we've seen the investment of keeping the workforce happy, keeping the resources up to scale, and that's kind of our relationship with City of Pharr, is then using them as our case study and actually bringing down some of our other clients that are in different states, such as Oklahoma, tribal communities that we've brought down here to come and meet and really see what the City of Pharr has done and how they could implement it into their own.
So specifically, as part of the Pharr project, what specifically does your company do to help with the whole entire program?
We are a vendor, manufacturer company, so we sell things like switches, fabric, and Wi-Fi access points as well. And with that, we were able to kind of showcase seamlessly how that would work in creating their own broadband network. And so with our Extreme edge switching, we were able to put in place there and really allow them to have that accessibility to receiving things like data analytics, video surveillance with the ease of a touch, and then able to also run it on that high speed of the bandwidth to then create all residents to have that access to affordable Wi-Fi as well.
So given that you've played such a big role, your company's definitely part of the project here in Pharr, you will be very much aware of just how fast the service is in Pharr. I mean, compared to other parts of the valley, it's sort of off the charts, just how quick. I've experienced it myself with my work, uploading videos back to our newsroom. How cutting edge is this project in Pharr?
This is one of the most cutting edge projects I think that we've seen in probably the last 5 years at Extreme, specifically on our state and local side of things, with the implementation of other companies that we have collected and picked out the best technologies from previous companies and created underneath our portfolio. And that's been able to keep on the high speed of the ever-changing kind of environment as technology grows.
So I'm interested, tell us more about the fact that you've been bringing these tribal groups down to Pharr so that they can see what's happening here and take home the best practices to provide high-speed internet in those tribal areas.
Yep, so we brought down the Kiowa tribe. The chairman and two of his IT team members came down. Mayor was invited actually, so we were able to have this whole day spent with them and show them that, one, that is a possibility that it can happen, and that it can happen at the quick of pace that they want it to happen at, just like the city of Pharr as their blueprint almost. So what we realized in our discussions and our day with them, that they're really similar to the city of Pharr was about 5 years back. They just needed to see kind of the blueprint of the land and strategize together and work through how it is possible. And once that possibility kind of saw the inner workings and they saw in real time that it was possible, we're seeing that they can really profit, I think, off of what the city of Pharr has done, and then continue to use that to their advantage and keep the tribal community happy and their citizens start to begin that process of getting connected through their broadband and their Wi-Fi services, and as well as the continuation of education was an important factor to them, as well as the city of Pharr, and the continued education that keeps people wanting to live within that area, and then also wanting to stay and work and creating that workforce as well within that area.
And where is the tribe based?
It is in rural East Oklahoma.
Good. Well, Taylor, is there anything else that you'd like to add? Anything I've missed about your work here in Texas, or specifically your work in Pharr? Anything that I've missed?
I would just mention that the city of Pharr will be a great case study for, I think, many other communities, and especially within the Valley in Texas and other rural communities to look at. And as I previously said, once they've seen it done here, they're able to then put in their minds that it is a real possibility for them to achieve what the city of Pharr has been able to, with the implementation of speed and how fast, quick moving parts. And I'd also say the importance that the city of Pharr was able to, one, they care so much about their citizens, and they also have such an open mind when it comes to moving parts and working together with bringing in extreme networks, bringing in contractors, bringing in project managers, those people who are needed to help them get to where they achieve. So they're really open-minded about the importance of working together as a team. It has gotten them to where they are now.
Taylor, thank you so much for today's interview. We've learned so much.
Thank you.
And best wishes as you roll this out in other parts of Texas as well.
Yeah, thank you so much.